Ambush the Game podcast. Vic, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? We in the house. I'm in the house.
That's right, and we got another friend of the show with us. This is our first time here. You know what? I'm gonna let Vic do the introduction. Vic, go ahead.
Man,
Introduce your friend, Vic.
We want to introduce Natasha. We call her Tasha, but it's Natasha.
Welcome to the pod.
What's happening?
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. What's happening? We
Okay.
about to do the pod.
We about to do this pod. You know what? We were kind of talking about it a little bit before we started recording, but this has been a topic that's been on my mind for a minute, and I knew I was gonna talk to Vic about it. Just happened to get a +1 with Tasha being here. I appreciate it because it gives us a little female perspective, which is always welcome on the show.
Yes, sir.
But let me get into it. Here's the scenario. So I'm gonna stay away from. Well, maybe not. You guys heard about the rapper that got killed by the. I don't know if you can call her officially his girlfriend or whatever it was, but her ex-man. All right, killed the guy, and that just made me think about some things and want to ask some questions, and basically ask some questions and maybe have a discussion about this topic. So here we go. Here's what I was thinking. If a guy and girl, you guys with me?
Yeah.
Are together, right? You got a couple. Guy and girl are together. Let's say they've been together 3 years. All right. So they officially, in my book, I would call it a relationship. What say you, Vic?
Yeah.
All right, Tasha, would you call 3 years a relationship?
Yes,
Okay, for sure, right?
for sure.
Okay. So at this point, I would say in 3 years that they have probably had keys to each other's houses or apartments or whatever you want to call it, and probably frequently spent the night back and forth in that time frame. Would you agree with that?
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So 3 years. We all agree that that's a relationship. Okay. Guy and girl break up. Guy and girl are broke up officially 2 weeks. According to the things that I've seen. 2 weeks. Inside of those 2 weeks, girl meets another guy. Girl meets another guy. This guy, inside of those 2 weeks, is spending the night. Now I don't know if when he got killed, was that the first night he stayed, or he's been staying the night for several days. I don't know. But here's what I was thinking. Is 2 weeks too soon for the new guy to be spending the night? That's the first question, right? I'm interested in hearing what Vic and Tasha got to say about that. That's the first question. Second question is, if you've been with somebody for 3 years and you break up for 2 weeks, are you officially over? Is that the end of the relationship? Is 2 weeks enough?
No.
What say you, Vic?
Well, we're going with the second question. Is the 2 weeks enough? Or are we going with the first question?
Either way you want to go with it.
Okay, 2 weeks after 3 years, that's, to me, it sounds like y'all had an issue. You was probably mad. You decided, okay, we done. In 2 weeks, you can cool down. You can get your head together. And that becomes a point where they start missing each other. So, yeah, we said we was broke up. But in 2 weeks, a lot of shit can change and you want to backtrack. And typically a lot of people go back and forth with breaking up, getting back together. So 2 weeks, if you ask me officially, is that we broke up, it's bullshit to me because you have to really get some distance and some time from a person to make that shit real, because the phone calls could come in. You could want to go get something to eat. You could do the makeup thing with the sex. A lot of shit can happen in 2 weeks, even a month, Yeah, okay, both of y'all stubborn as hell. We ain't talk to each other in 2 weeks. But if you looking at where the subject is, it's fucking obvious as hell that somebody didn't think they was fucking done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it cost somebody.
Yeah. And he's saying that because what I didn't mention is because the ex-boyfriend broke into the dwelling. I think it was an apartment. He came in and wasn't invited in, And I don't know if it was an altercation between the two men or he caught him slipping, but he killed him. The ex-boyfriend killed the new guy. Now, at any rate, whether they were broke up too, or number one, they she was right to have another guy over. What the outcome is that she is now single again. I know that sounds sick, but that's the fact, right?
That's a fact.
And we lost 2 more brothers.
Again.
A
2-for-1. One murder gets a man put in the grave, and they get another man put in the fucking prison.
Yep. So that part I left out. So what say you, Tasha? What's your take on it? Knowing what I just said.
Yeah, 2 weeks is a bit soon because you still got emotions going on. So depending on who broke up with who, maybe she broke up with the boyfriend. The boyfriend just wasn't finished.
But if he isn't finished, is it okay to bring the new guy into the dwelling already, to the house already?
No.
I mean, now you know a lot of women gonna say she can do whatever she want to do.
Yeah, she can, but still, 2 weeks is too soon.
I agree that is too soon. So now, I guess we could say, what you're saying is, on the first question, the guy shouldn't have been there.
Right.
All right. And on the second question of if 2 weeks is officially being broken up, you say what?
No.
Explain.
Because it's emotional. You still got a lot of emotions going on. You just broke up with this person. So, like Vic said, I mean, still may want to make up.
Obviously,
or there's time to think about it. Y'all had, there was space in between the breakup, so you had time to think.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he was like, well, I don't want it to be over.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want it to be over.
Well, I think his actions showed that.
Definitely.
Yeah, either he didn't want it to be over or he didn't want nobody else to have her.
Right.
He's like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Man, I'm telling you,
I
that
mean,
right
seriously,
there.
yeah.
It makes me, man. It seems to be. I know it happens across the board with relationships. I think this goes regardless if you're black or white. You know, this is just a guy girl thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think, you know, having said that, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I think some of the sisters be ratchet enough that we have a little bit more of it than I would say the white people. I don't have nothing to back that up. It's just a feeling, I guess. But it's like, yeah, it's too soon. I think we treat people as if everything is disposable. Do you agree with that? You think that?
You said you hit the nail on the head, because the truth is, it's plenty of people. If they want to agree with it or not, or that bullshit about you can do what you want to do, just because you can do what you want to do don't mean it need to be done. First of all, if you take accountability for the fact that you know you just broke up with somebody, if this guy was capable of kicking in your door and shooting somebody, you fucking knew it.
You knew that he was capable
She
of doing that.
knew it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
No
probably
doubt.
even just having that guy over there, she was trying to prove the same shit you just said. I can do what I want to do. Somebody dead now. I would love to know if that woman gave a fuck.
What if, let me throw a wrinkle in here.
Okay.
What if the guy that got killed to the girl presented more of a come up, right? Because he was an up and coming entertainer, so he was on his way.
Yeah.
So what if she saw a better way for her situation?
Well,
That one got Tasha looking around.
Yeah.
Right there.
I'm gonna say that, typically it's the same scenario with the McDonald's fry guy or the fry girl. I'm throwing both of them in there. Fry guy and the fry girl.
Okay.
The customer come in. Both customers, woman and man, has money. They shouldn't, as for a status, date anybody that's on fries in McDonald's. But this is the scenario. So the guy comes in, he see a nice looking woman. He don't give no shit because she works at McDonald's. He being a man, he's okay with dating her because he see what somewhere you want. So with the woman and vice versa, she's gonna look at him as his status, not how he look, or he'll be okay dealing with her. She might be well, she's dealing with him. He'll be a nice person. She's just looking at, I ain't fucking with nobody on fries. So if you have that mindset and you got a guy that you okay with at that particular time, you meet another guy that seems to present something better. Women typically date up. Men just date for looks sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to present ourselves as the provider.
Yeah.
So we don't look at women as you need money for me to be with you. I need other things. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Women look at what you can give me. And that's just the nature of the beast. So I would believe what you're saying about the girl seeing this guy and he got a better status, or she can see a different potential in here. Shit, yeah, she going for him. She just broke up with an old boy 2 weeks ago and he's at the house. Won't know if they smashing, but I'm going to believe she was throwing that in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me as a man, if I'm coming over there and I just met you in 2 weeks, unless we getting down what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need to warm your fucking bed up.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you, that one, I lean more toward that, and maybe we lean toward that because we're guys and we've seen it. You know, where you're being chose not because of some qualities that you have, but you got more.
Yeah.
You know, quantitatively.
You dress different.
Yeah,
you
you
groom
got
different. Your car different.
Yeah, it's a win for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, anybody that's listening to this, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a factor to consider, right? Let's not bullshit. If you had a choice between two people, and well, let me change it. If you had a choice of something standard and then something limited, you're gonna take the limited if you can get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna take the more valuable one if you can get it.
That's right.
And I think that that happens a lot in the dating market, particularly with the girls and how they choose guys. I'm not saying that this is what happened in this case, but I'm saying I can't say that it's not.
That's true.
She had the guy, and within 2 weeks she got the new guy, and the new guy is already established as having more. What if he was just a regular Joe? Would he have been there in 2 weeks?
Hell no. And I'm going to believe, just looking at how relationships go sometimes, she probably would have been flip-flopping with the other dude, where that breakup probably would have been going on for about 3 or 4 months.
Absolutely.
Before it was official.
Right.
Yep.
Because she's fucking with some other guy and she's leading him on and still holding on to old boy just like an optional situation until she decide, oh, well, this guy is better for me, or one of them fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I cut one loose because I ain't, you know how I go. Yeah.
I do. If she or any woman has any kind of feeling, this is one you got to live with.
That's true. That somebody was in your bed. If you had good attention for him or not, you may have not made the best decision and it caused somebody else to get killed, because I'm quite sure the man that was in her bed didn't have the power to just be there. It was her choice how she dealt with him and put him in that position. You know, we can say, well, maybe he was ass chasing and he flew over there too fast, but she opened the door, you know what I'm saying, to that situation. She knew she had broke up with a boyfriend. She should know about her boyfriend. And I hear this a lot. I've dated, you know what I'm saying? So you get women that say, oh, I know him, I know this, I know that. And when shit happens, it's a totally different story. And I always tell women, you don't know shit until the situation change.
Yeah.
If all he sold was popsicles, then that's what the fuck he did. You know him for the popsicles. Mm-hmm. And now he's selling steaks. You don't know what the fuck he gonna do.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother world.
The game just changed. It took me back to the days when I was younger. And I remember this one particular night. I won't say it was a brass key, maybe.
Mm-hmm. The goddamn key.
I just gave my age away.
Hey man, own it.
So 2 cases, right? So one, a girl. I knew she was kind of hood, but you know, I was like more trying to get the numbers then. So
Yeah.
when I say numbers, I don't mean a phone number, but just trying to run them up, just trying to collect as many as I could.
Are you trying to get bodies?
I was trying to get bodies, yeah.
God damn.
So that's true. I was. So she gave me a number, but she also said that if I wanted to come through once she left, that was cool too. Now I was like, tonight? Well, this morning? She was like, yeah, we're gonna go over there and hang out for a little bit. I'm thinking to myself,
She moving too fast.
that's a little quick, you know what I'm saying?
She ain't no damn good.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I did not go, but I did follow her to her house. Now, looking back at it, I think that was even a mistake, because if
Yeah.
it was a setup, I don't have to be in the house down to my damn drawers to get got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just pulling up to the house and get blocked in is enough, right? Getting
Yeah.
blocked in and get run down on. So I talked to her for a couple days during that following week. So that was a Saturday night, and she invited me over, and I just it didn't work for me, man. I couldn't shake the fact that it was too quick.
Yeah.
So I actually did not collect her,
Yeah. I know that's right.
but because it was too fast. But
Yeah.
if I had that awareness X amount of years ago, surely these new dudes would think the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Or is getting the ass still number one?
Getting the ass is number one when you're immature. Getting the ass is number
Getting the
one.
ass is number one for the males.
Oh man.
Now don't just say that
No, I'm not
because
gonna say all
you want to
males,
say
but
that.
typically these days, I
As
would
a
say
general
the
rule,
young,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
younger
Yeah.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a general rule.
Right.
I
So
agree.
she's saying the younger ones are still thinking with the wrong head.
Absolutely.
And I think all of us did that though.
Yeah. This is old man Wilson then
Oh hell yeah.
looking at this situation and thinking, man,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause
now-
you won't do that shit now.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No way. You're not getting me to go anywhere.
Meet your ass at Walmart up there with a security at.
We got to talk for a little minute.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. So the second situation, it wasn't you was with me this night. I don't know how many of us together, but do you remember the girl? I don't remember her name. She invited me over there. Not that night, but she was on your boy. But a couple of weeks I went over there, and man, I still couldn't. You know, I had a chance. Well, I did bag her, but it wasn't a good bag because I couldn't perform because I couldn't stop looking over my shoulder.
You weren't comfortable.
I wasn't comfortable at
Yeah.
all, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable at all.
I think all the guys that'll hear this podcast and probably been there.
Well, you know what, man? This is that memory. Those two stories I just told were what popped in, were the items, the issues, the thoughts that popped in my mind when I heard about this guy getting killed.
Because it could have been either one of us.
Yeah.
I done been there too. That little fella ain't getting up. It ain't no need of even being over here. I don't give a damn if it is in the daytime. I need to leave. Because this ain't good. I don't know you. And depending on how it look, I'm not comfortable.
Crazy, man.
Man, yeah, I know.
I just would never want to get caught
Yeah.
naked
Yeah.
in somebody else's house. You remember on what's that Chris Tucker movie in Jackie Chan? And he said, "I see why you mad." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
When they was
about.
in that-
That's called.
when they was in that salon,
Yeah, I know
and he
what.
pulled his towel off.
Yeah.
I see why you mad.
Yeah,
That little man tuck up so tight, boy.
Boy, you
Ain't no
don't
way he
reference
gonna-
the
ain't no way he
movie,
gonna do what
boy.
he's supposed to do, man. Ain't
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
No, and then you know what do you do when you're laying in there? And you know most apartments don't have a back door.
Yep,
There is no other option,
yep.
right?
You-
I'm just saying.
You got to try to make your way out of like being in a goddamn war and you in that hole. You just gonna have to take your chance, and the chances ain't good.
No, they ain't in your favor.
Yeah. That's a horrible thought, and I think a lot of men have done that because we'll get with women, they'll give you false pretenses of the fact that they got their shit handled, and even with phone calls, you know what I'm saying? You have to even just be cautious. You call a girl She gave me a number and she's like, let me call you back. Or jump off the phone real quick. Or I'll call you back and you don't
That's a
get
red
that call
flag.
back. No red flags.
Period.
Something else going on.
Yeah.
And a lot of ass hungry dudes ignore that shit. And sometimes them be the same ones that's in a goddamn casket.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, we're older guys. It's horrible to realize that I never would have done that shit. But guys will kill other guys over pussy that's not theirs. Period.
Yeah. I used to joke when I was younger, and on until I got in my 30s, I would say, you know why they call it a piece of pussy? Because you can't never have the whole thing. All
Nope.
you get is a piece of it. It's never yours.
If you cut it off, you probably some kind of weird ass serial killer. Silence of the Lamb type ass.
It's never yours.
Yeah.
All you can get is a piece of it.
Yeah.
It's never yours. So, man, I just think of some of the dumb things I've done over the years, and when I heard this story, man, I just it could have been me.
It could have been
Something
me.
similar. You know what I'm saying?
Could have been somebody we knew.
Yeah.
And there has been some people that you heard of or people that you know them.
When there's times that I thought I was gonna be ass hungry, you always get those flashes. So maybe that is the reason why this situation, hearing this story, affects me a little bit more.
Yeah, that's true. We ain't been able to get Tasha in this one. Yeah. So wasn't it like another part of it? We did the 2 weeks, and then was it officially over after 3 years? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where we started at. Yeah. Okay, I think we kind of hit those. Yeah.
She just didn't elaborate much. She just kind of
Yeah.
she
Do
made.
you have anything to add? Do you want to speak on it?
Well, I spoke my truth.
Okay.
Just from my point of view, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 weeks is just too soon. I mean, like I say, emotions are still flying. I mean, who knows? She still could have been in love with him, but just wanted that dude.
Yeah.
Like you said, just
For opportunity.
there you go.
Yeah.
So who's to say what that situation
So
was?
you
They
ha-
could have been fooling around prior to, like you said.
That's true.
They probably was trying to break it off,
Yeah.
and then she saw him, and they might have been talking or
Or either
whatnot.
she was juggling
Right.
and just decided at some point to let the other
Right.
one go. So you know about any females that kind of did the same thing and vice versa, which hopefully it wouldn't be somebody getting murdered. It would probably just be a fight. You know what I'm saying? Typically with women. She catch another woman with her boyfriend and she thinking she coming through and, she ran into it. And she want to fight the other girl, which typically happens. You got any?
I'm not fighting.
Okay.
I'm not fighting. It's
Ain't
not
no
worth
fighting.
it.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, that make a lot of sense.
I'm with you too. I'm not fighting either.
Yeah. It obviously
What's the
is
point?
not my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not even going in. I'm not even going in the apartment.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Right.
I believe 100%.
Yeah.
If you wipe this situation out and substitute in the situation you want to, you always have the information you need to make a decision, but you don't because you go by feelings.
That's right.
You
Right.
always got enough information.
That's right.
You always got enough. But
Yeah.
what we see with women primarily, I ain't saying that men don't do it, so don't, not all women, but women are led by what they feel,
Yep.
Right.
not about what they know. He could be doing anything under the sun and you see it and been told about it, so you know it's happening. But if that's the one you want, you'll find every way you can to justify it,
Yeah.
just so you can have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that if you've been seeing somebody for X amount of time, let's say 3 years, and you break up after 2 weeks, there's still too many emotions and feelings from both parties. And most men gonna say, "I'm through with that bitch." Man, shut up, quit, because you're lying.
As soon
That's
as
right.
she
She
with
can't-
another nigga,
that's right.
them emotions coming back.
Absolutely, you right.
And I agree too. It should 2 weeks at the most. You may be talking to somebody. How in the hell you meet somebody that fast anyway?
Man, I'm telling you.
I think you should maybe have passed the number on and start talking to him on the phone. If in 2 weeks y'all met each other, then that's that. But you already chilling in the bed, like you've been talking to this motherfucker for 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes we put ourselves in that position too. We have to have accountability too.
I agree, but let me throw this your way then.
Yeah, come on
All
with
right,
it.
because see, you brought up some. I'm finna hit you with a counter. What if the guy is clean? When I'm saying clean, I'm saying he don't have no ties to another woman, right? And the girl doesn't have ties to another man.
Yes.
They are both single when they meet.
Yeah.
So it's 2 weeks bad then to be in the bed?
Hell no.
Okay then. So we good on that.
But then again, let's just say we sticking with this scenario, because in that situation, hell no. If you two grown people, you meeting each
That's
other,
right.
as much as it take to fucking meet somebody and how many people you can meet and they bullshit you, go for whatever the fuck working.
I agree.
Don't wait.
100%. I agree
Get it
100%.
while you can.
So-
That's what I believe.
so-
Ain't no time on
For
it.
all y'all that
Yeah.
still subscribe to the Steve Harvey 90-day rule, get the fuck out of here. Nobody, I mean, it was a lie when he told you.
First of all, you gotta be a goddamn nutcake to wait 90 days when you potentially could take that same 90 days and run the fucking person off.
Or wait till the 91st day, get hit, and then still get dropped.
Yeah, because a lot of women don't know this, but guys see you bullshitting, they'll hang around. They'll be smashing something else,
Absolutely.
something else for that 90 days,
I've
and
done
then hit your ass,
I've
and
done
then treat you like that shit didn't make no difference.
Yep.
And be like, we've been doing this and been doing that, and he just start ghosting me. He showed you that your ass waiting around was bullshit. I got the pussy anyway. It's just 90 days later,
Yeah, just 90 days
and
later.
I'm gone.
And I'm gone.
And I tell women this all the time. They was like, well, I need to get to know the guy. Talk to him. Make some time. Stop being so goddamn
That's
busy
the
and
whole
have
purpose-
conversations.
That's the whole purpose
And
of dating,
step
right?
up. Yeah,
Right.
because this is the truth. A woman gonna take the same goddamn chance a man take. It's different a little bit because let's just say scratch car for the guys, or she act a fool in a public place. You say, okay, shit, I could have avoided this. I had to wait. Bullshit. You had to wait it. If that motherfucker crazy day one, they gonna be crazy 100 days later.
I agree.
That's just the truth. Now you will give yourself enough time that it may show itself, or their head might come up, and you catch it. But some of them fucking like, what's the chameleons? You fucking sitting there, this motherfucker nice as hell, women and men. And then once you get to a certain place, or you start fucking, then everybody start fucking acting like they Batman crazy around this mother.
I agree. Let me tell you something. I value communication a whole lot more now.
How about it? That's exactly what I told him. Communication is a big factor in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean,
That's number one.
yes.
I agree.
number one.
I agree.
I mean, you got to know who you getting into it with, man. And the only way you know, you got to talk. You got to talk. And I'm
And
talking about, I ain't
everything.
talking about that, well, we're going to go have ice cream tomorrow, and then we're going to walk to the park. Yeah, we're going to do those things. I'm not saying no to none of that, but I'm saying there's basic questions, things you need to know about a person. I ain't talking about are you crazy? You ain't got no baby. Those are things you need to know too, but just through conversation, you get a sense of who it is you're dealing with. So you're trying to see if you can expose that crazy as quick as you can.
And
Right.
if you got a level of knowledge, you'll learn how to talk to a person.
Yep.
To pull that shit out, because this ain't your first rodeo. So if you still bullshitting, then you get what you deserve. If you're not getting smarter and wiser throughout every relationship you have and learn something from it, that's your goddamn fault. That's all I can say. You ain't got to be fucking Einstein, but don't be motherfucking Joe Donut either.
I don't know. This one is gonna be one that I'll be thinking about for a while, simply because the loss of lives that we have on this type of situation, it seems to never end, right?
Yeah.
And there's plenty of people to go around. I shouldn't say it that way, but there's single people out there. So somebody's lying.
That's right.
All right, for that situation to pop, somebody's lying. Somebody is pretending to be the guy that's really interested in her and just wants some ass, so he taking chances to get it, right?
Yeah.
Or she's presenting a package that is absolutely not 100% true. As in, yeah, I'm single. I ain't got no issues. I ain't got, you know.
Yeah.
And now you got this guy believing that, and then this happens.
Yeah.
So somewhere, and I'm not speaking specifically to that set of factors, you know, in that case. I'm just saying that we see this enough where there's always drama between a guy. Wait a minute. It was, a couple of weeks ago, a month or so ago, where the guy took another guy over to see the young girl, and her brother and him got into it, and he killed the brother.
Yeah.
These are 19-year-old kids.
I remember
18,
that.
19, somewhere in there. They're just graduating high school kids.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, right?
Exactly.
Somebody's lying.
Yeah.
Because why we got to let this pop off like this?
Yeah.
If you know that you're toxic, guy or girl, whichever one is toxic, there's nobody with any common sense that realizes we need to keep these people apart.
Yeah.
Or between them two, know that, hey, we shouldn't
Yeah.
we shouldn't be doing this or whatever.
Don't put me in the middle. Shit.
I don't know. It's a lot.
We got to start thinking past what we want and start looking at what we need. What you need is to deal with people that seem to be able to think and seem to want to do the right thing. And in the case where we're meeting people and dealing with people, everybody want to present themselves like they fucking perfect. That's why you have the questions, who was you with last? What happened? And foolishly, bullshitters will say, oh, it's too soon to be asking that.
I've heard that one.
I'm asking that shit right now.
Too soon to be asking?
Because you know what?
They got something to hide.
Well, and they don't want to be hit with the questions that get
That's
straight
going to
to
be
it.
hard.
Because
Yeah.
I've heard this one right here. What my past got to do with you? Everything.
If that shit ain't finished, it might be the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What my past got to do with you? Who I've been with and what?
That sounds like some fucking attitude right there anyway.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get from you things that can help me make a decision about what I need to do with you.
That's right. Or what I'm got to look forward to. Don't tell me you single and that's all the fuck I supposed to know.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
absolutely.
All day long. I'm single too, goddammit. And my name is, and I live, and this is what I do for a living, and on and on.
On and on.
But communication is number one, but when I ask you fucking questions, your fucking mouth don't work.
Isn't it funny that them be the main ones claiming communication and then be the first one not to want to fucking communicate?
Yeah. You know something? You remember when we used to get ass whoopings in school?
Yeah, I remember that paddle, that magic touch.
Yes.
It seems like when you come with that bullshit, it's like your mama, aunt, or just a fucking neighbor or something ought to come out and say, hey, you know something? She just gave me this bullshit. Can you whoop this motherfucker ass or something? Warm that ass up. Because it's some bullshit. And you know, older people don't get ass whoopings no more. That's why we do so much shit. You know, we do have consequences. You go to jail, you go to hell, you could be in a wheelchair. Those things, but those normally extreme. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, some of us and some of the shit we do, thinking we grown and we can do what we want to, should have your ass whooped. Now, I ain't saying that we gonna control everything you do. You should have room for mistakes. Even kids should have room for mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But in the real world, come on, some of this shit matters. Sure, you ain't gonna get your ass whooped for it. Okay, you ain't gonna get your ass whooped for it for cheating. Nobody goes to jail for cheating. But there's consequences.
Yeah.
Because when that divorce come and somebody can't get something or the woman's racking up your shit, they're your consequences.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
I just, again, like I said, man, hearing about this, and then, you know, a month or so ago, hearing about those young kids, something similar, it shouldn't, I mean, do we not have enough sense to recognize to stay away from some people when you get certain signs, or we just, I just don't know, man, but it keeps me wondering. I just don't think that that's two men, man.
That's right.
One in the grave and one going in the system.
Yeah.
And you just know if there aren't any charges brought on her, which I don't know what they could charge her with actually, it'll be another guy.
They ain't gonna charge for not being honest, but you know what's funny about that? That thought that comes to my head about that situation. One in the grave, one going to prison. She got room to fuck with 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, 5 more.
Damn. That's the reality, ain't it?
That's the reality. And a lot of people don't think about that. You know, I fucking do. But other people don't. You know, it just ain't even the thought sometimes with some people.
Got them two out the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on.
Because she gonna move on. The clubs ain't closed because that dude died and one going to prison.
Men still making money.
She ain't gonna stop getting approached if she look like something.
Yeah.
And she gonna still want to go the fuck out and eat on some dude's dime.
With the struggles that we have as African American men, this right here is just something that we don't need.
Not at all. I mean, there's no win for either one of those brothers. And personally, it would have been really, really a good fucking thing. And I know it happens. So, but in this case, because of the outcome, it was you didn't have control of yourself. Most likely he was in his feelings, or either he was looking for something, depending on if he was trying to reach out to her. She wasn't answering the calls, you know what I'm saying? And he came through with, I'm finna catch this motherfucker, whatever, when I get in this door. Because he came and kicked the door in. Because I believe if he was knocking or anything like that, they would have been alert, you know? And shit, maybe she would have said Crazy Joe at the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, man, it's a sad case. But the young man that came in and was okay with shooting somebody else, not knowing what his position was, it's like no fucking thought. Don't just kill a man that may have been there innocently. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Unless you fucking knew this dude, y'all had some other shit going on, and that's to be continued.
But I tell y'all folks this right here. If you drag people into your mess and they get hurt, I think your ass ought to be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
Yes.
Hey, protect yourself. Be safe. Ambush the game. Question everything you think you know.